All right, so I'm gonna talk for a second about this Alabama abortion bill. Um, so basically, to my knowledge, what's going on is there is some female Democratic uh, politician, person, whatever the fuck, governor. I don't know what the fuck she is. I haven't even looked into it that much. But anyway, she proposed a bill to pass some legislation that says by the time you're 50, if you haven't if you haven't reproduced yet, you should have a forced vasectomy. Okay, and they're even touting it as a response to you know the Alabama bills that are passed to stop abortion. Now, Alabama's a pretty conservative state, and they don't like women killing kids. So, there you go. So this woman, apparently somehow, this Democratic lady got into Congress or whatever the fuck, and she is trying to pass some bill that says if you're not 50 years old, if you haven't, if you're 50 years old and you haven't reproduced yet, you should get a forced vasectomy, which is a false equivalency. I don't understand. I mean, it's just silly. It's just like, and these women are making this emotional response like, ha ha, now the government's controlling your body too, when it's not even the same thing. It's not at all the same thing. Men being forced to have a vasectomy is not the same thing as women being forced not to have an abortion. That's a false equivalency. So these women are all gloating and happy that they got revenge on the men. First of all, the bill hasn't passed. It's just something that she suggested, and it won't pass because it's a majority Republican seat or whatever in Alabama. So that won't pass. Doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell. But just the thought that women are going nuts over this is just sad. And it's like, and it just shows how dumb they are. It just shows how stupid, these feminists are. Now, I follow these feminist pages, and they're going crazy over this. They're going crazy. I follow these feminist pages on Facebook, and they're going nuts over this bill. And they're like, yeah, no, it's all good. And you read some of the comments, and it's just dumb, low intelligence, man. Low intelligence. Like, this isn't tit for tat, and that's just what this has become. But the real issue is not the fact that you're at war with men. Why are we at war? We're at war because you guys created this war. We're at war because you guys are being manipulated by these lies, by these feminist lies. Right? And oh, it's our body, our choice. No, the baby's body is not your body. And I've heard them even call babies parasites, and they're not, and make this terrible argument that they're not humans until 6 weeks. Oh, they're not humans until there's a heartbeat, and then you fall into that trap like, well, it's human once there's a heartbeat, but there's not a heartbeat for 22 days after conception. So, it's fucked up, man. It's just fucked up. And then, of course, you got people replying, and there's this picture of, I'm just going to show you this sick picture real quick. This is a picture that this woman shared. You have lost penis privilege is what this says. I know it's all blurry, you can't see it, but... And this is, like, what the fuck kind of sick person would share something like that? Like, that's funny. You have lost penis privilege. Like, okay, so that's all that matters in life is sex. That's all that matters is your penis. And it's just like, these women are sick, these feminists. They're just sick, and they try to blame men for their sickness, and it's like, no, we're all suffering out here. We all suffer evil. Evil exists, and killing our children is an evil. Killing kids is an evil. But, you blame men. It's men's fault. No. Maybe it's your irresponsibility. Maybe you should keep your legs closed. How about that? But see, no, you don't. You could never make it a moral argument, because then you're controlling me. Woo, woo, woo. Well, there's consequences in life. Okay, we're not controlling you. You don't have accountability. You don't have responsibility. We can't control you not to have sex, but there's consequences to sex. There's a consequence to everything we do in life. Okay, you don't have accountability to be moral, but if you have sex and you get pregnant, it's immoral to kill a kid, and that's wrong. And it's not even a moral argument. It's a human argument. Murder is wrong. You can't kill something just because it's inconvenient. It's a parasite. I mean, that's just you're minimizing what that event is, and you're minimizing it so you can get out of it. And that's all there is to it. So this woman, this black female woman, feminist, probably, is making a vengeful, vitriolic response to abortion restrictions in Alabama to require vasectomies from men either when they hit 50 or have 3 children. And women are saying, oh, well, you're controlling our reproductive rights, so we should be able to control your reproductive rights. It's a false equivalency. Two wrongs don't make a right. But that's not even the right. I mean, it's wrong to kill a baby. That's all there is to it. You can't tell someone they can't have 10 kids. What if they want 10 kids? Right? But it's not the same argument to say, oh, you can't tell someone you can't kill a baby. What if you want to kill babies? It's not the same argument. That's an emotional argument. We're talking about right versus wrong. It's wrong to have a kid. You can't say, oh, it's wrong to have more than 3 kids. No, that's not the same thing. But this is how women think. That's how they rationalize. So this woman admits, and these are her words, she admits it's in response. She says, the vasectomy bill is to help with the reproductive system bullshit, and yes, it is to neutralize the abortion ban bill. There you go. So she admits. And then she says it takes 2 to tango. She's admitting it's a vitriolic, vengeful idea, which is sick. I mean, this is how women are. Oh, I can't kill my kid. Well, then I'm going to hurt you. Well, what if a man wants more than 3 kids? What if it's always been a man's dream to have 5 kids or 10 kids? I mean, you can't tell someone they can't have kids, but you can tell someone they can't kill a kid, because killing is wrong. It's not morally wrong for a man to have more than 3 kids, but it is morally wrong for somebody to kill a kid. You see, that's a false equivalency. It's just sick. It's weird. It's sick. And this is how these women, it's eerie. This is what these women think. This is how they deal with things. I'm gonna hurt you. You hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you. We're not hurting you. We're just asking you to be accountable. We're asking you to be responsible for your decisions. Well, we want you to be responsible. No, you want somebody to be responsible in a twisted way, a vengeful way. That's not responsibility, not to have more than 3 kids. All your arguments are crap. And then they make this argument like, well, once the baby's here, you don't care about it. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, we do. I do. Many people do. Many people care about kids. Many people don't want to see kids starve or go homeless. Bullshit. You know what I mean? Your arguments are just emotional, based, and irrational. And that's just women to a T. That's these women to a T, man. That's all I gotta say about that.